Welcome back, Sebastian here. So time for my review of the 2024 Shanghai ePrix Race 1. So, a race that basically played out as we expected. Really tight peloton racing, really tight right to the end. A lot of energy saving through the first two-thirds of the race, and a really chaotic final third of the race. So it started with Jean-Eric Vergne on pole, Roland second. A bit of a poor start from Roland. He fell back and dropped a handful of positions there, and Jean-Eric Vergne kept the lead of the race. Lap 2, we had really tight peloton racing at this stage. Drivers already trying to stay out of the lead of the race in order to maximize their energy saving. Lap 3, French takes the lead, and at this point we were going 7 seconds a lap slower than what the drivers were doing during their 300 kilowatt laps in qualifying, showing just how much energy saving was going on at this stage in the race. Lap 5, the 5 drivers in that top 5 group were Wehrlein, DaCosta, Franz, Vergne, and Hughes. Wehrlein used both attack modes by lap 6, showing a kind of a really aggressive strategy, getting rid of the attack modes, making sure that towards the end of the race you'll have that track position that you can hopefully use to win the race. Lap 9, most drivers were on 72-73% batteries, so a little bit better than kind of what you would expect if you evenly distributed it across every lap. Drivers at the back had a bit more, so they had a couple percent more than the drivers in that top 10, showing that you kind of had to sacrifice energy to get track position. Lap 10, Vergne, Wehrlein, Evans, Dennis, and DaCosta were the top 5. Lap 11, Nick De Vries, of all people, guy who's been mean to death this year, being 25th in a 22 driver championship and all, was in the lead of the race, having a really good race today. Nato with some bodywork damage as well. Lap 15, Evans, Wehrlein, DaCosta, Jev, and De Vries were the drivers in that top 5 about halfway through the race. Leaders at this point were at 52%, so basically what you would expect if you went a consistent rate all through the race. So not a whole lot of energy left in store at this stage. Roland has contact with a Porsche at turn 1, broke the camera on Roland's car, or I guess on the Porsche's car, but not too big of a deal. Lap 17, they were going 3 seconds a lap faster than lap 1, so showing how much they had basically sped up since the start of the race. Mortara was in the pits with front wing damage. It was a bit of a strange move. Basically, the Mahindra, I'm not sure if it was Dennis or Darubala, but one of the Mahindras sent an absolute dive bomb down the inside of turn 6, hit, I believe, the McLaren of Jake Hughes, which then hit Eduardo Mortara, damaging his front wing. So then we had a yellow flag exit of turn 6 for the damage from Mortara's car. That was cleared away eventually. Lap 19, Cassidy and Evans were best on energy at 37%, showing that the Jaguar powertrain was really, really strong on energy. Lap 20, that's our note from the replay from before. And then we got the top 5 with 10 laps left in the race. Wehrlein, Evans, DaCosta, Dennis, and Cassidy were those top 5 drivers. Lap 21, the commentary was really making note about the fact that the Porsches might be vulnerable at the end because they were about 1 to 2% battery off of Nick Cassidy. Robin Fines was spins at turn 8. Didn't look like he got hit by anyone, just looked like a mistake there, so unfortunate for the Dutch driver. Lap 23, Cassidy, best on energy. Evans takes the lead of the race, and this is kind of where things got really serious and drivers were really defending their positions quite hard. Lap 24, Dennis trying to overtake Wehrlein for P2. Lap 25, Roland overtakes De Vries for P6. Cassidy overtakes Dennis for P3 at turn 7, and Wehrlein goes on the grass at turn 10, cutting the chicane there and takes the lead of the race. Quite surprised he didn't give the position back as he basically took the position off track, but nonetheless, it wouldn't matter in the end of the day. At this point, Dennis, struggling for whatever reason, dropped to P5. Lap 26, Cassidy was 2% up on Wehrlein, so he looking like he was in a really good position at that stage. Lap 27, Evans tries to overtake Wehrlein at turn 6, not able to make it stick. The top 4 were really splitting from Dennis, who was really struggling with energy at that point. Lap 28, Roland overtakes Dennis for P5 at turn 6, and Dennis also drops behind Jean-Eric Vergne at that stage in the race. Lap 29, final lap of the race. Evans takes the lead at turn 1. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see it live. They cut away to a replay of something else, so that was a bit unfortunate. But yeah, Evans back in the lead on that final lap. We get contact between Cassidy and Verline going through that tight chicane at the end. Cassidy with the damaged front wing, very lucky that there was not basically one corner left to go, but Evans would take the win. So really good performance by him. However, after the race, it turns out that Evans and DaCosta are under investigation for leaving the track and gaining an advantage. So I don't know exactly which wheel-to-wheel battle that was, and it doesn't say in the note who is the one who's potentially might get a penalty, but we'll see. As of recording this video, Evans has won the the Shanghai ePrix. So now, taking a look at the results of the race, Evans, really good win. Second was Verline, really aggressive defensive driving towards the end there. Cassidy in third, and then Roland fourth, DaCosta fifth, Dennis sixth, Jeb seventh, eighth De Vries, ninth Gunther, and 10th Boemi rounding out the points. So really excellent result from De Vries getting his first points of the season. And then outside the points, you had Van Doorn, deGrassi, Fenestras, Frines, Sedikama, Nato, Mueller, Hughes, Bird, Derubla, and Ticktum. And your one DNF was Eduardo Mortara. Now, taking a look at the championship, Nick Cassidy is still pretty comfortable, 17-point lead at this point, I think, assuming I've done my maths correct. 155 points, 17 clear of Verline on 142. Then you have Roland third, 130, Evans fourth, 122, Dennis in fifth on 111. Vern is sixth on 93, DaCosta seventh on 69, Gunther eighth on 67, Van Doorn ninth on 43, 10th Bird on 38, 11th Fenestras on 26, 12th Hughes on 25, 13th Nato on 24, 14th Frines on 21, tied with Boemi in 15th, 16th Mueller 18, 17th Ticktum 12, 18th Sedikama 11, 19th Jerusalem 8th, 20th Mortara in 7th, 21st Barnard in 5th, 22nd De Vries in 4th, finally getting off the back of the grid, getting off the mark, 23rd Ericsson on 2, 24th deGrassi on 1, 25th and Linder, 26th King, and 27th Paul Aron. So there you go. There's my review for the first race of 2 at Shanghai. Of course, we all go again tomorrow with qualifying and race for race 2. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Pretty decent race. Of course, it kind of fit into the kind of classic style peloton racing that we've gotten used to over the last year or so. And yeah, tense finish, interesting finish. You weren't really sure who was going to win until that very end. So I guess, in motorsport, that's always kind of what you want. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. It really helps out. And I'll see you guys again later. Bye-bye.